Hello there, Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Lakeport branch, and I am learning Spanish using primarily library resources. So I wanted to tell you how I'm doing that and how you can do that as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to be looking at my computer screen, but I'm going to be showing you my computer screen, so it won't be super boring for you. So first of all, we have our library website. If you don't know how to get to this, it's really easy. Just open up whatever search engine and type in Lake County CA Library. The CA is important because there are other Lake counties. And this is what you will find, like first result or in the first few results. And if you bookmark it, it's really even easier. We also now have an app that you can download in the App Store on your phone or your tablet or whatever device. This is what that looks like right here. So you can, I think, access all of these things on the app if you'd prefer just using it on your phone, or you can do it on a computer, whatever device works best for you. So in no particular order, we're going to start by going to our library's Bibliocommons, our catalog, where you can order books to the library branch of your choice for free with the use of your Lake County Library card or your Mendocino or Sonoma County Library card. You can have the book sent to the branch of your choice. Just make sure that we have your updated information, like your phone number or your email address, so that we can let you know when the book arrives at the branch for you. So here we have the catalog, and say you want to go with like a really traditional method of learning Spanish. So let's start out with an audio course. I actually really like Pimsleur, so let's do Pimsleur Spanish. And as you can see, we've got several levels, so why don't we do Pimsleur Spanish 1? And there you have it. I'm not sure if this one comes with a book or not, but I actually used these e-audio books. So you can get these on your phone and you can just play them in the car or while you're going for a walk. And these are very conversationally based. So there are native speakers who are professional actors, and they will be talking to you, and you need to respond with a set phrase that you've been taught. And it will, throughout your 30-minute daily lesson, it'll bring up that same phrase, maybe with a slight change, just to get your brain thinking and working on everything that you're learning. It'll set up a whole dialogue that you run through multiple times over the course of the 30 minutes each day, and you review them in future days. And it just really gets you to practice what you're learning in a really unique way. And I found it very engaging. My brain did not get distracted. I was very engaged the whole time when I was doing Pimsleur, but there are other audio courses as well. So definitely check those out if you're interested in actually learning to speak the language as opposed to just learning to understand it or read it. Just to go back to our website, Digital Content has lots of amazing courses for you guys, but one of my favorites and one that I'm using a lot is Mango Languages. So if we go to Mango Languages here, they have so many languages. They even have Hebrew and Biblical Greek and Russian, ASL. As you can see, they have a lot of options. Here's where I am. I finished all of these and now I'm in this third one. So it'll have like flashcards that you review very regularly. That's where the learning happens. Learning is reviewing, and when you're learning languages, reviewing the phrases that you've learned and practicing them and getting them settled in your memory. They have multiple lessons. I feel like there's just so much content that they have for Spanish, which is fantastic. So I would definitely recommend Mango. That's the resource that's probably gotten me speaking Spanish more so with a better accent than any other tools that I have used. But other tools were essential for other things. So let's get into those. We're going to go back again. Sorry for the backwards, forwards. And we're going to go back to the catalog. So one really neat tip that you can use is if you just scroll down here, it says Español. So if you click that, everything won't turn into Spanish, but there will be Spanish resources that you can very easily access here. So you can see here that some things come up, but it's quite jumbled. It's like everything. They have every tag up here. There are just like endless resources now available in Spanish, which is really, really helpful. And say you've actually read Cash by Jessica Peterson or Harry Potter or whatever, you can go ahead and listen to it now in Spanish or read the physical Spanish book instead of the English one. And that's called comprehensible input because you know what the story is about, but you're just trying to access it in a different language and experience it in a different language. It's comprehensible because you've seen it before. So you can actually learn Spanish phrases, real life phrases, by reading or watching or listening to something that you have previously watched in your native language or listened to or read in your native language. Another great option is just to look for a grammar book. Learn Spanish. You'll get lots of ebooks and audiobooks and options here to suit every kind of interest and every type of reader. Got playaways, which are particularly helpful because you can listen to it while you're reading it, so you actually hear how the words sound. This is actually another great tip that is available through the library is Spanish short stories for beginners. And a lot of these are actually bilingual, these Spanish short story collections, and they're often genuine Spanish language stories, Spanish language first stories that you can get. Learn Spanish with the Bible. I mean, it's really quite diverse, the resources that are now available to you. Just gonna try searching Learn Spanish Grammar. This series is actually one that I have used, this intermediate Spanish grammar series I actually really like, but there are several other kinds. McGraw-Hill. There is, of course, the Spanish for Dummies series, and there's quite a few books. So that was searching Spanish grammar. And if you just search actually just Spanish, you will get some of those Learn Spanish type things. So here's another one, Living Languages, Speak in a Week, etc. Now here we have another great resource, which is lists, library lists on our new BiblioCommons. Staff puts together lists quite frequently, and one of the staff from Johnson County Library put together a bilingual story time list. So if you're looking for some bilingual books to include with your kiddos so that you can learn together, these are great options. And speaking of lists, there are also several lists in Spanish. If you scroll down here to staff picks, you can find Nuevos Libros para los Adolescentes y Libros sobre Historia. And also really cool, if you see here, it says featured languages. So let's go there and you can see movies in Spanish, music in Spanish, things for kids in Spanish, just books for general in Spanish, and learn Spanish. So this could be great to have curated lists here. Now let's take a look at some graphic novels in Spanish. That's actually what I'm reading right now, is like a Spanish graphic novel, and it's really enjoyable. You can still enjoy the story even if you're not ready to think about it really hard for the time being, for whatever reason. Graphic novels. And then we'll specifically scroll down here to languages and do just Spanish. There might be some ones that you've already read before, like the Dogman series, maybe your kids read those, but maybe you want it to be for adults, so you can go adults. Spanish language graphic novels for adults from all cultures. Now, another really, really cool thing is there are several books now in the system where we do have the audiobooks and the physical books or the ebooks in Spanish. So we have all of those resources available to you. So we'll just go with a really safe one and say Harry Potter. And we'll just like clear the adult filter and search Harry Potter. Oops, gotta put Spanish back on there. And there we go. You can see you can get the ebook. You can also get the physical book. You can also get the audiobook of this fifth, I think this is the fifth book in Harry Potter, but you can get the first book, yeah, etc. And doing this immersion reading is really great for your reading and also your listening skills, especially for a book that you've maybe read before. It makes it a little easier. Totally diving into a brand new book, only that you've never read before, but reading it in the new language, that's a whole new kind of challenge, and definitely one that you'll be up to after spending some time rereading something. So just like kind of search for what excites you using the catalog and using that Spanish tag. Every kind of reader will be able to find something here that is just like exciting, like you can't wait to get it home and start digging in and learning the vocabulary. And what you are interested in learning will vary greatly depending on your goal for language learning. If your goal is to speak with clients on your workplace, you might look for something that's very specific to your job. If your desire is to raise your child bilingual, then you might look for kids' books and learn vocabulary related to, fantasy or whatever your kid is interested in learning, holidays, and you'll be learning along with them. But if you really want to deep dive into the culture of a specific nation, you might look for a movie from Argentina or whatever. It will really just depend on what suits your interest, but the likelihood is there will be something available to you through the library system to help you learn whatever Spanish vocabulary and language that you are trying to work on. Ebooks are particularly great because then you can copy and paste a word directly from your ebook into a Spanish dictionary online and hear it being pronounced by a Spanish speaker. This works on phones as well as tablets and actually on Kindles. A lot of them have a translate feature, and you actually don't even have to copy and paste. You can just get the Google translation by just searching your screen. And I'll show you some examples of what that looks like here. And the last resource that I really wanted to show you guys is actually our YouTube channel, because we do have book hauls in Spanish happening on our YouTube channel. So this is our Lake County Library channel. Now we have quite a few now videos talking about, for example, this video about books of history that are available in the Spanish language from our library. And if you scroll to the end of any of our Spanish videos, you will see that there is a Spanish playlist that is constantly being updated with new videos in Spanish. We now have video book hauls to inspire you guys in your Spanish learning journey, or if you are already a Spanish speaker natively, there you go. And of course, any of these tips can be applied to learn any language. If you're working on your English, if you're wanting to travel to the Netherlands, whatever, if you're wanting to travel to Germany or whatever, there are going to be resources for you now through our Lake County Library system, and it's just really exciting. So hopefully this has inspired you to check out some of those resources. Let us know down below if you're going to use these resources and if you have any questions, because we really love to hear from you. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.